This PSA was brought to you by the Peter G Show.
You may have second thoughts after the show.
Don't drink the faucet. We're really talented. We should get Oscars.
Just pick out a car, for Christ's sake.
No, hi, my name is Peter.
Yeah, I want.
Here's good.
Yeah.
Madam Perry.
I need to get back in the genie bottle.
Louis from Pennsylvania, you're on. He likes it. It's showtime.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, divorce dad, single dad, divorce dad, single dad, Peter G Show.
It is showtime. Showtime. I love showtime. It's time to show. How the hell is everybody? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? We are 1 week away. Today, 1 week away from Christmas, which is really kind of crazy. I mean, some people I'm sure are feeling it, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that just aren't feeling it. You know, it's a bittersweet sometimes. We'll talk about that tonight. But it is 1 week away from Christmas, and I hope most of you and as many of you as possible are doing well. For those who aren't, we'll talk about that too, but you need to hang in there. 1 foot in front of the other. Keep on pushing forward. But we're here right now, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in, or whoever's going to be tuning in during the show, after the show, years from the show. I just love it. Life of Peter G, the Peter G Show, right here every Wednesday, like clockwork, except for last week when we were 40 minutes late because our broadband was down. God willing, and that's a fact. But 99.9999% of the time, we are right on time. Right on time. That's me. My name is Peter G. I'm your host, and I kind of like it. I was just sitting here while we're into the final moments, and I used to scramble, and the shows started out being about 40 minutes. Then they went to 50 minutes, and then I went to like an hour, and then an hour and 10, and I did an hour and 10 for quite a while, and now it's getting to be like an hour and a half, quarter, an hour and 3/4, 2 hours. There's so many things to talk about. And it's a weekly show. If I was doing it every day, I guess it might be a little different, but I'm really glad I could be here, and I'm really thankful for you for joining me. Please, 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 if you are tuning in, share. I need the help, okay? I really do. Need the help. Especially, where am I? I'm jumping ahead of myself, but Instagram and X. My Instagram and X people. WTF. I know you're watching. Can you just hit the follow button for the love of God? I know you're watching. I can't get arrested on those sites. So help a brother out. I know you're watching. If you're watching, just, come on, humor me. Hit the follow button, would you? Thank you. Come on, let's start the new year off right. But anyway, next week, I was really running it through my head. Should I be here or should I not? It is Christmas Day night. Now, for me to do a show on Christmas Day, it means me taking away a lot of my Christmas Day because it's a process. You don't just walk in and go. Although many people may, the way they do things, and I envy them, but not here, folks. It's a process. And I thought about it, and I go, you know what? People are already going to be, maybe gathering for Christmas Eve, partying, whatever. Christmas Day, doing your thing. But then Christmas night, I'm figuring people are going to be home. At least that's the way I feel. And I could be home too, chilling. But I chose, as of this afternoon, that I am going to have the show next week, December 25th, Christmas Day night, right here, Life with Peter G, the Peter G Show. We're just going to hang out. We'll open up the phones. Maybe listen to some Christmas music. Hopefully you'll talk to me. Hey, Merry Christmas, Peter. Or, hey, oh boy, do I have a story for you. Something like that. We're just going to hang out. I think it'd be really nice. I just decided to do it. And whatever happens, happens. I mean, if it's a slow night, it's a slow night. But it's always a good night. No matter what. I mean, there's always something that comes out of each and every show. And I want you to be there. But again, I need your help, folks. Please subscribe. Go to YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, Facebook, follow, but don't just do it on one platform. Help me out. I'm on so many different platforms, especially if you're seeing the shorts. I know there's a lot of you on Instagram. Hit the follow button, please. I don't know why I have such a hard time. They watch, which I'm guilty of it too with a lot of people that I watch, but I'm trying to be better. Follow. Let's make a difference, all right? Any commenters tonight, please comment. I'm going to open up the phones tonight. I forgot to say, tonight's show... God, I'm already getting ahead of myself. Getting through the holidays. I do this every year. But I'm hoping that when I open the phones, a few of you will choose to just talk to me, share what's going on. Bad year, good memories from the past, bad memories from the past, and God thanks that you're over it. It's tough. Not everybody's, really happy and life is grand, and it's okay. But we're going to open up the phones in a few minutes. And maybe I just get a few phone calls and just talk to a few of you. That's all. I love the phones. I really do. I love talking to my people. I do. So the number will be posted up soon. Get your pencil ready. And then I'm hoping that you'll call in and share with me, especially if you're a newbie. Comments. If you're wanting to comment live, I can answer some of your questions if I can read them. But the only way I can read them is if you're on the official Facebook Peter G Show page, or the official YouTube Peter G Show page, or LinkedIn official Peter G Show page. If you put in any other comments on the other Facebook pages, because I'm on 2 or 3 other Facebook pages, I won't be able to see them until after the show, more than likely. So please make sure you're watching from the official Peter G Show page, and hit the follow button, please. And if you got some comments, I'll be able to read the comments. To see how you're doing, what you're doing. This is important to me. I told myself, I think next year I'm going to make more of an effort to utilize the phones more. I want to hear from you, the people. There's so many current events going on. I can't help it. And I've been exercising my voice because I felt that I need to do it. And I'm probably still going to keep doing it next year because it does a lot of good, despite the fact that there's going to be some of you that just completely disagree, completely take what I say, not understand it, and twist it around, and or just flat out don't like what I have to say. I get it. But you can say what you want to, and you can talk to me and tell me what you think. I'm not going to hate you. This isn't a show based on if you don't think what I'm thinking, then I hate you. Not farther from the truth. I love everybody until you prove me wrong. I give everybody a chance until you really, show me that you're not, worth caring for, paying attention to, or listening to, whatever. I don't care. I'm just not wired that way. But I do believe that we should talk about things. Sometimes maybe I won't understand something. Lots of times, there's a lot of people out there that are completely just don't. You're sitting on the fence and you don't have a clue. So at least listen. But that's what we'll be doing. But I'm gonna show up. We're gonna show up and we're gonna do all this stuff. And I don't, again, I said that last January 1st when I started the show, I was not gonna hold back. And if they ban me, they ban me, and that's the way it goes. It's just life. But I'm hoping that the free speech thing is gonna start opening up even more as the Orange Man comes in and starts to getting things back in line. Whether you agree or not, all I can tell you is we'll see. We'll see. Again, please subscribe and follow. All right. Podcast. Don't forget. I know a lot of you are really busy. Life is busy. You're driving in the car around this time of night, whatever. You're exercising, walking, whatever you're doing. You take the show on the road with you. If you don't have the chance to listen to it live, but you commute, you have an hour plus commute, put an earbud in your ear, Google Peter G Show podcast, and just take the show on the road. Listen to it. Hear the audio version. I'm on all those different platforms, 26 or 27 of them. I mean, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, you name it, all the hits. Just look for Peter G Show, and I'm right there. All right, it's the next best thing to be in there. I try to make most of the shows audio friendly. Although I do a lot of visual stuff, I still think that when you listen to the shows, you still get 90+% out of the whole show of understanding it. Let's face it, folks, I got over 400 shows. There's a topic for everybody. A lot of the stuff is current. A lot of the things are guests where we talk about specific, issues worthy of. A couple of laughs, a few cries, mixture of both. That's life. We're talking about life. Hence, the Life with Peter G, the Peter G Show. Okay. I tell you, it was really great to be here. It is. It's a privilege. Not everybody gets the opportunity to wake up every day, and that's a fact. That is a fact. So I get to go do it, and I'm glad I get to do it. Oh, one thing, I on Facebook, a lot of these platforms, Facebook and LinkedIn, if you're having a birthday, and I know you're having a birthday, the Peter G Show wishes everybody whose birthday comes up every day of the year, most 99% of it, the Peter G Show wishes that person a happy birthday to the Facebook page and or LinkedIn, because those are the only ones that if you put your birth date in there, it'll say, hey, so-and-so's birthday's today. Well, once in a while, I have some close friends, and I'll put a picture of us in there. It's a different one and happy birthday from the Peter G Show. Well, I did it again for a friend of mine who lives on the beach. And I can tell that some people are, didn't read it through, or it's just subliminal, and you just, think you're reading it correctly and you're not. And everybody's wishing me a happy birthday. I appreciate it, but hold those thoughts till February. It's not my birthday. It was a friend of mine's birthday. And I see it all the time. It was a friend of mine's birthday, and I wish him a happy birthday, but we're in the picture together, and people are texting, happy birthday, buddy. And I know that they don't know him, so I'm assuming that you're thinking it's my birthday. Hold that thought till February. Then you can say it all you want. Just had to get that through, because I feel bad, because, it's like it's the other guy's birthday. Anyway, no harm, no foul. It's the thought that counts. I appreciate it. What else are we doing here? We're going to open up the phones in a few minutes, so just hold those dialing fingers. I hope that somebody's going to be anxious to share some words of wisdom, of something funny, something kind of tough to work through, but what better way to get it out? Because I'm telling you, I'm reading daily on Facebook. Don't tell me there's anybody short of wanting to tell what's going on in their lives on Facebook. I see it every day. I was going to start just, screen capturing these things, but I didn't do it. I said, I'll just mention that I see each and every one of you, the ones who are having a hard time and need to be heard. You can come on here and we can talk about it. It does a world of good. You just get that pressure off of you. It does. No, you're on the phone. Who the hell? Nobody knows who you are. I don't even care if you use your real name. Just share your stories, because I promise you that somebody else is going through this stuff too. Anyway, 3 more things, then we'll go to commercial, and then we'll turn the phones on. I went into Costco yesterday. Anybody have a Costco near them, or a Sam's Warehouse, whatever? Basically the same thing. You'd think they're giving that stuff away. The place is huge. The parking lots are huge. And it's packed. It's friggin' packed. And I know some of these smart asses are going to say, don't tell me the economy's not good. Look at all these people spending money. I don't know where the money's come from or how they're getting it, but I know that, there's a lot of people hurting, more than usual. Maybe you're putting it on a credit card or whatever, hoping for the best, which is happening a lot from a lot of people, unfortunately. But it's happening. Man, oh man, I'm in Costco and getting in to park. They're always kind of busy, but damn. And I'm looking at people's carts, and you know how they have the oversized carts. You can push a fat person in those carts. They're so big. A really big person. And I'm knowing what their bill is going to be in the hundreds, close to $1,000 for some of the stuff that's in their carts. I'm going, how the hell do you do it? God bless you. Anyway, hope it all works out. We're all going to start prospering soon. next, today's Wednesday, Thursday, this coming Friday, a little personal note for me. Because for those of you that know me, know that I have one child and one child only that I adore. I have a daughter. And she's going to turn 19 Friday, which completely blows my mind. It blows my mind. How? But you see how the time goes. And all I can tell everybody is make the best of the time because life is short. You know, even though some of the things, I was the guy who got up and took my daughter to school every day and picked her up most every day, not every day. But I'm going, God, 12 years of this. It's like, 12 years. And then all of a sudden it's over. She's in the 13th grade now. She's had her driver's license, since she was 16. Once she got that, it was hard to even see her. I mean, you start getting busy. I get it. I was that guy. We all were. Got things to do. See you later, Dad. Stop in, try to bribe her with food. Stops in, fuel her up, and she's on her way. It's just fascinating, but a blessing at the same time. Just want to throw that in, that time flies. And here we are. Even this show, 8 years? 8 years. April will be going on 9. Starting from the bottom of the barrel. Getting up the ladder, slipping on some grease, hitting the bottom again, getting up, rinsing myself off, healing, keep climbing, and here we are again and again and again. Still going. Ain't no stopping. One current event. I said I was going to do only one current event per holiday show because I can do shows on there's so much going on, but it's killing me on some of this stuff. I just want to just scream and go, what the hell? But drones. Don't buy into the bullshit, people. I don't know what the hell is going on, but they're saying some people on the East Coast and things like that are freaking out, and that's exactly what everything's intended to do. Freak you out. Whatever the hell is going on is just part of this crap that's going on in this country, in this world, where they're trying to manipulate you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Believe me, if there was some imminent threat, this government's the one to blame, too. I mean, I'm glad that, like I said, hopefully it's all going to get straightened out real soon, or at least get put more on the level. But whatever's going on and whatever you think you're seeing and whatever they're trying to make you think you're seeing, just like the aliens in the Miami Mall, I mean, whatever happened with that? Oh, it just went away. Just went away. They shut down a mall and there's aliens in a mall. And no big deal. Nothing to see here, folks. I call bullshit. I call bullshit on a lot of stuff. I now question everything. And you look behind the curtain. At least I do all the time now. So just relax. Stop making, they're looking for nuclear, weapons. And it's like, stop. Don't even worry about it. The world is made of bullshit. The internet has some great stuff on it. But there's also a lot of baloney on it too. The normal news, take everything you watch on normal news with a grain of salt. I swear, I hate to say it, but as much crap as on TikTok, I get better, accurate information from some people on TikTok than you could ever get on all these, commercial channels and the people we used to learn to trust. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying the TV is horrible, but you have to just take everything with a grain of salt and don't worry about it. Really. All right. So those drones, believe me, they're going to go away as fast as they come in, but they're, so long as you keep bringing attention to it and they think they can convince you to be scared about something, they're going to keep doing this stuff. Can't wait to next year. Can't wait. Start straightening some of this stuff out. And I'll save this for later. All right, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be opening up the phone lines in just a minute or so. But first, we need to hear from my good friends over at Clean Star Products with their money-saving fuel additive DX1 driver, because it makes sense to save money. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Tyrone Thompson of CleanStarProducts.com. This is DX1 Driver in the news, and here's what our friends have to say.
So I'm here to recap on the DX1 I've used. I put it in oil and I put it in the gas. While I'm using it just for about 3 tanks. Cleaned everything out. I got every ounce of power back in my truck.
When Jared's truck was new, it had a lot of power. Then over time, it began to slow down. He got it all back with our DX1 Driver program.
Something you got to see for yourself. It's a great product. It's affordable. And it blows all the other additives and esters out of the water.
DX1 Driver is the finest oil in the world from a California environmental company. It goes into the fuel system and the oil. It's the only green grade product qualified for the carbon credits program, giving you better fuel mileage, lower emissions, and increased horsepower. So join the fuel savings revolution today. Go to CleanStarProducts.com/shop.
That's right, folks. Clean Star Products with their money-saving fuel additive DX1 driver. I have 2 words. I've had 2 words lately, and I'm going to continue to have 2 words for you. It works. It does. Use it myself. Wouldn't have believed it unless I tried it. Tried it, and they made a believer out of me. Don't believe me. What I want you to do is go to their website, how many W's did I just say? www.cleanstarproducts.com. On their website, there's a phone number. The reason I'm telling you this is because I want you to use that phone number. They're so positive about what they make and what they do with their product. They want you to call them directly. They'll answer any of your questions directly. After that, should you decide that you want to order the DX1 driver, this is the bit important part. Mention it that you saw it on the Peter G Show. You're right there with them on the phone. Mention you saw it on the Peter G Show, and they will send you 5 bottles for the price of 4. All right? Christmas special. Peter G Show special. 5 bottles for the price of 4. And I'm telling you, you need to use it a little bit. I started noticing the difference in my high mileage F-150 Super Crew. I started noticing the difference with about 4 full tanks. Notice the difference. It's easy to use. Take one of these bottles. This is for pickup trucks or SUVs, a bigger bottle. Pour one of these in a clean oil change. Last the whole oil change. And every time you fill up your tank, you pour one of these in your tank with a full tank of gas. If you have a small car, regular sedan, and all that, look, this little bitty bottle. So that's it. A few ounces. Boom, into the oil. And then once every time you fill up your tank, you'll feel the difference. You'll notice the difference. You will get better gas mileage. You'll see the difference. And clean body, good health, same thing with your car, all right? Go to www.cleanstarproducts, use that phone number, call them, ask the questions, and should you order, make sure you say you saw it on the Peter G Show so you can get 5 bottles for the price of 4. That should get you started right there. That should make a believer out of you. I'm pretty sure. Did with me, all right? They, most importantly, I just talked to them. We just had our semi-annual phone meeting. They know what I do and they still sponsor me, so God bless them. All right, let's get ready here. I haven't not one single text comment on the show. That's a new one. Ooh, smooth. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the number up, and there it is. Now, in between waiting for the phone to ring, I don't need a whole lot of phone calls. I just need a couple that have something to say, something good, you know. I'll be talking about some things in between, but should you call, please do. 818-259-7983 is the number right here to the Peter G Show, and I will try to catch it, try to answer it, and talk to you. Tell me what's on your mind, good, bad. Tell me a story, something that you had to go through, something you're going through. Tell me a funny story. Tell me something about your past, about the holidays. The holidays are tough for a lot of people. whether it's remembering, loved ones who've passed. It's not easy. You never get over that stuff. I tell people that all the time. You never do. You just learn how to live with that stuff. You just try to think of a better place, a better time. But many times, no matter how happy you may have been or whatever, even with, parents passing and stuff like that, it's inevitable. You're lucky enough to have them until an old age like I was. I mean, it's, I don't think you could ask for too much more, but there's still times when it just gets me out of the blue. You start thinking these memories, It's life, but keep moving forward. But I want to hear from you. I want to hear what's going on. In the meantime, like I said, I got some things I want to show. Christmas is getting so, changing, commercialized. It's been like that for quite a while. But even Santa's having to outsource. Just like, you got Santa's workshop and the elves and all that kind of stuff. But even still, it's like even Santa, because nobody wants to work anymore. Santa's having a problem with that. So he started outsourcing. And where to? China. I'm serious. A lot of the toys, look at your toys. Toys you get, that you're getting. Well, look underneath, made in China. It's the truth. And I just happened to catch a shift change over at the Temu, was it Temu, whatever it is. I caught a shift change over at the Temu factory, and I thought I'd share it for you because, again, Santa's relying on these because at least, they're getting the job done, but because he doesn't have enough elves. Even those guys are kind of been hitting the sauce, if you know what I mean. But I mean, here, check this out. Don't believe me? Here, eyes don't lie. Yeah, shift change over there at the factory for Santa's toys. Yeah, in case you didn't catch it, check it out again. But this is what's going on. It's somebody's got to do it. Just saying. But look, don't feel bad for them. I mean, I'm I've been told they eat well and everything, and they get fed and things are good. I mean, I caught a little bit of a lunch break with the factory workers over there at the Temu factory. Here's a lunch break, and they love, again, they're kind of like elves. They love candy and stuff too. But this is lunch break for the team. I mean, who doesn't like that kind of stuff, right? Gather around, kids. Gather around. It's lunchtime. Times are hard. Santa's got to outsource. Happens. 818-259-7983. Anything you want to talk about? Getting through the holidays? Believe me, as I said, I watch it daily on Facebook. I see people just pretty much wanting people to know what's going on with their lives. They want to be heard. I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why, I mean, honestly, if I put the effort in and track these people down, and I'd bring them on the show, but then they go, I don't want to. I don't want people knowing my business. It's like, what are you talking about? You're putting it out there every single day. Every single day. So why don't we share with a few more people with the world? Because I guarantee you're not the only people going through a hard time. And it might help other people to know that, it's everybody. And we're all just kind of struggling at different levels. But I see it every single day. Every day. Every day. Especially, again, it's harder during the Christmas holidays. It's harder. The Christmas holidays emphasize everything. They make it, it just amplifies everything. It makes you feel even worse. It's, because it's Christmas. You're supposed to have the Christmas spirit and, and all this love. And not everybody gets that. Not everybody gets that. 818-259-7983 is the phone. And again, I know we're going to have this waiting game to see who's going to call in. It doesn't matter. I got plenty of stuff to talk about. I just would like to hear from you. I know that there's people, because you tell me that every single friggin' week. And then showtime comes, and I know not everybody could be present during the live show. I get it. But, sorry, I'm just reading. No comments, too. Again, you can comment live if you're on the Facebook, official Peter G Facebook page. You can comment live. I can at least see your comments. You can comment if you're on YouTube. YouTube, I hope you're subscribing to YouTube. God, though, it's like a roller coaster for me in YouTube. All these platforms. It's not easy. It's not easy being me. I got no respect. My wife. Been seeing a lot of Rodney Dangerfield lately. Old clips. Oh man, funny stuff. You know what we should do? It's Christmas. We should hear a nice heartwarming Christmas tune while we're waiting for somebody to build up the nerve to call in. What do you say? Why don't we take a nice something soothing, maybe a rendition of Silent Night. I have somebody, a musician, playing Silent Night. All right, so just gather around and let's enjoy this for just a minute, and while we're waiting for somebody to call in. All right, here we go. Let's get some Silent Night going. What says Christmas more than Silent Night? Enjoy. You're welcome. Love that song. It just says Christmas. Heartwarming. Thank you, trombone girl. Thank you. Eight 818-259-7983 is the number. If you want to tell me how it's going in your life, especially during the holidays. Life's a bitch. Life is great. I hate my life. I'm struggling. I'm okay. Hey, Peter. No, Peter. You name it. It's all good. This is where I give you your chance to just get it off your chest. I tell you things all the time. I got no problem with that. It's just life. Nothing to be embarrassed about. It's just life. But last week I played a little bit about some video of the Grinch scaring kids, like, showing up on, some live video of somebody dressed up as the Grinch, and then they're coming into the room and it's just freaking little kids out. I mean, scarring them for life. It's just, they don't know what to make of it. And that's something you'll take with you till in adulthood. It's like if it didn't totally mess them up. But I have another little clip for you. Just a quick little clip. And this poor little girl, she freaked out. And then she's like, well, I'll let you decide for yourself. Here you go. That's a snowing night. Everywhere we go.
That was hilarious. Oh, yeah.
All I can tell you is, in that baby's mind, she just was praying that thing didn't eat her. She thought, maybe if I'm nice to it, it will spare me. And then she just couldn't hold it in no more, and she just freaked out again. I mean, looking at that face when you're that little, once again, scarred for life. Just saying. I mean, I think it's funny as shit scaring the hell out of little kids, but nowadays, everybody, they're also soft and, like the word triggered and all this kind of stuff. I mean, we used to get our asses beat when we were bad. It's like, I can't even imagine some of these kids growing up these days have been growing up getting the beatings we used to get, and we lived and it worked. I didn't like it, but it worked. Nothing says straighten the hell up like a good ass whooping. And now we got kids that are just traumatized and they got all kinds of issues and triggers and I don't like this and I don't like that. We got a generation of pansies growing up and it's just kind of sad. But man, that scarred for life, no doubt. 818-259-7983. Seriously, folks, don't tell me, because I know there's people sitting there going, God, I'd like to tell my story, but I just don't have the nerve. And I don't see what the problem is, because number one, nobody can see you. Number two, nobody knows who you are. Just share your story. Share your story. Good and bad Christmas, holidays. You hate the holidays. You love the holidays. You've had bad experiences, family issues. Tell me something joyful. Tell me something happy. But tell me something. 818-259-7983. I can go all night. It doesn't matter. But I wouldn't do this if I didn't get the people telling me about this and that. And then it comes showtime and it's like zip. And I realize not everybody can make the live shows, but I've said I will open up the phones and I will struggle to keep doing this until we finally get enough people that start getting the guts up to call and just talk about things, whatever the situation might be. I'll tell you, you can tell me anything. It doesn't even have to be about the holidays, just stuff you want to get off your chest, something you're confused about. I just saw another guy the other day. He says, I really need to talk to somebody. I really need to talk. Somebody needed somebody other than family to talk to. I saw it on Facebook. Again, for those of you that are new, I watch Facebook a lot. I see what's going on in people's lives because they're sharing what's going on with their lives. They're talking about it on Facebook for all to see. Hang on. Oh. Smooth. Yeah. They're sharing, they're telling, there's people that not everybody's got somebody to lean on. So it's like, hi, I'm Peter. We're listening. Tell me what's going on with you. I'm going to keep on doing this. I think next year I may dedicate one show a month to nothing but phones. There's a couple of things I may do. I might stick to a schedule again and just have every, whichever week in the month is a certain type of show. Guests, current events, open phones, that kind of thing. Constantly, because there's so many things to do. And I get, I want to cover them all, but sometimes you just can't. You can't. But 818-259-7983 okay, I'll put it to you this way. If you're too shy to call on the phone, then comment. If you're on the official Peter G Show Facebook page or the official YouTube Peter G Show page or the LinkedIn Peter G Show page, comment. I'll at least see the comments. You don't even have to talk. Just type it in. Type it in. I'm telling you, I'd love to get all the people that call me a friggin' idiot to call in. Love to talk to these people to see why they're so full of hate, because they don't agree and find out what makes their opinion worthy of. Love to do it. Just never can. Never can. But either way, it's the holidays. 818-259-7983. And share. Talk to us. I know people want to hear this. Talk about I've been bitching a lot about California. I'll just keep talking about things. We've been bitching a lot about California because Gavin Newsom, our governor, every week is coming up with something new. Taxes are higher. He's banning this. He's banning that. I mean, he's just making it harder and harder to live in California. 1 million people a year for the past 4 years have been moving out of California, and I get it. I'm really starting to understand, because why bother? I mean, a lot of people are just getting by. Great place to live. Weather's great. But I don't know what his objective is. He's really not going to be happy until he completely ruins this state. And it's just nothing, it's just loaded with homeless people on the streets, drugs, and illegal immigrants on welfare. I don't get it. It just blows my mind. But taxes. I just saw another thing on California on taxes. And this kind of really puts things into perspective. And I can give you an example real quick, but this is a real quick video. While we're waiting on somebody to call, there's a quick little minute video for it to enjoy.
This is what a salary of $1.5 million looks like after taxes in California. Gross annual income, $1.5 million. Federal income tax, $513,164. State income tax, $184,557. Social Security, $9,114. Medicare, $33,450. State disability insurance, $1,602. Total taxes paid, $741,886. Net income, $758,114. In total, if you make $1.5 million in California, 49.5% will go towards taxes.
How am I supposed to live on that? $1.5 million, and you end up with 745,000 of it. The rest all went to California taxes, federal, Social Security, 49. I say it's easily 50 and above percent. On top of that, every time you spend your money, you're going to pay tax for whatever you're buying again. On top of property taxes, which I'm having a real big problem with. I mean, they're going up to where, again, they're going to force people out of here. But that's it. So you have $1.5 million, and you're left with half of it, $750,000. It's like, here you go have a good time. From $1.5 million. Now, not everybody will get $1.5 million, but do the math. If you make $20,000 a year, how do you live on $12,000, $13,000? How do you live on $20,000? You don't. Those days are gone. But to be just giving it away. And where does it go in California? Oh, they lost $24 billion over the past 4 years to the homeless projects, and they can't even account for the money. It's a big money laundering thing. Gavin Newsom and his buddies. They got Shell Corps and all this kind of stuff, and they keep giving money to these foundations that keep laundering it and supposedly are doing, miniature housing and, tiny homes and all this stuff, and nothing gets done. Unemployment, hacks, fraud, over the past 4 years, they lost, what, $12 billion in unemployment fraud in the state of California alone. People from jail were applying, getting money. We're never going to see that money back. This is one of the wealthiest states in the world, areas, and we're just going broke, and it's just going to hell. All this money is not accounted for. 818-259-7983. It's the holidays, getting through the holidays. This is blowing my mind. I would think that somebody wants to get something off their chest to talk about because they just want to unload. 818-259-7983. I'm waiting. I mean, I'm good with it. This won't be the last. It's not the first time, won't be the last. But just call me. Tell me what the hell is going on in your life, good or bad. It's the holidays. Especially now, it is the holidays. Does it make it worse? I don't know how people are affording the holidays. I don't know how people afford every day lately. I just don't know. It's hard. Life is hard. Now, the phone just rang, but it said spam. So I'm going to have to think that's a spam call. And if it's not, they'll call back. I mean, do normal calls come in and say spam? I don't know. Spam. People having to live on spam. Fry it up. I think I can honestly say I've never eaten spam. Some people love it. More power to you. I can't recall ever having spam. Or maybe I probably have once. Everybody, you have to taste it once at least. It's weird. Has anybody eaten spam? 818-259-7983. Tell me your spam experience. Fried spam? I know they fry it. You can eat it right out of the can. Holiday spam? Make a spam ham? Ma'am? Damn. 818-259-7983. I am waiting. I will take your call. Or I can play this video. A little bit of holiday gift shopping ideas. Uh-oh. I think, okay, there we go. Now we're doing it. So now we know it's not. Hi, you're on with Life of Peter G. Who's this?
Hey, it's Bill.
Hey, Bill. What's up?
Oh, it's Peter G. I thought it was the Pet Erg show.
Well, it's close enough, isn't it?
Yeah, because I'm looking at the logo and it kind of looks like it says Pet Erg.
What is Pet Erg?
Well, that's what I was curious because I was just browsing YouTube and I saw it, and then I Googled it, and I guess an erg is kind of like a tiny unit of energy. So I thought maybe it'd be about like energetic pets or something, like hamsters and running on those little wheels or something.
Well, it could be. I mean, we're all little tiny herbs of energetic energy. So, I mean, theoretically, you're kind of there.
Well, what's the show even about then? Because I kind of wanted to talk about my goldfish. Doesn't seem to be producing much energy lately. It just kind of floats there, and now I don't know what to talk about.
Well, Bill, you've come to the right place because I just happen to be a goldfish expert.
Well, what should I do if it doesn't have a lot of energy?
Well, did you check to see if it's breathing?
How do you do that?
Well, I mean, if he's just, is he floating or is he not moving?
He's kind of just floating in and out. I mean, he's 2 years old now, so I don't know what to do.
And it's a regular goldfish?
Yeah.
What kind of, is he just like in a bowl or is he in an aquarium?
Well, I only have a bowl. It's just him by himself.
So you're changing the water?
I mean, I think I mean, normally I think they live 10 or 20 years, but 2 years seems like it kind of, early for him to go.
I don't know, Bill. I really can't. I don't believe I've ever seen a goldfish last 20 years. Usually, when they live in a bowl life like that, if you got 2 years out of them, because that's pretty long. We're just living in a tiny bowl year after year. 2 lost souls.
That's kind of how I live. Well, what is this show about anyway?
Bill, this show's about life. I mean, the topic for tonight was getting through the holidays. It's like people have a hard time. The holidays amplify things, make things worse. Life's kind of a bitch, but even some good stories. But I just was hoping somebody'd call in and maybe share a little something.
I was just confused about the logo. That's all.
Oh, I'm really sorry about that. But I'm glad you called.
All right, bye.
Everything happens for a reason. Take care, Bill. That's the first time I've had anybody confused over the Peter G show. I've had people that were confused in general, but I wish I could have helped Bill out more. But 2 years for a goldfish. I think 2 years for a goldfish living in a bowl, we're just 2 lost souls swimming in a fish bowl, right? Year after year. But wow. That's a first. Either he's really good at economy, so he's just laid back and Connecticut. That was a Connecticut call. I should have asked him some Connecticut stuff. But anyway, if Bill's got a 2-year-old goldfish, I don't know. If that fish is just laying there, I would change that water out, fresh oxygen. See if he's eating properly. Maybe you're feeding him too much. But to have a goldfish expert show, I think that's probably a limited topic. Gonna need a little bit more than that to survive week after week, day after day. But I appreciate Bill calling in, at least having the guts to call in. Everything happens for a reason. As I said, 818-259-7983 is the number. Be like Bill. Make the call. Even though he made a mistake. He Googled it. Fascinating. But hey, I'm here, you're here, we're all here. Why not? Time is flying again. Time is certainly flying. Bill, I knew a Bill in Connecticut. I wonder if that was the Bill. I've been looking for him too, because I haven't spoken to the Bill that I know in Connecticut for decades. Occasionally, I'll do a little bit of a search. Hadn't seen him since I was a kid. I may have just been talking to the guy that I've been looking for and didn't even know it. 818-259-7983 is the number. Here's what I'm doing. I was talking about holiday shopping, and sometimes you don't know what to get people. And I saw this podcast, this little podcast, and I thought I'd take the clip, and it seems like a podcast, and share it with you, and maybe this will give you some holiday gift giving ideas. So it's a little bit lengthy, but I think you'll enjoy it. Put a smile on your face. Don't mention it. Just a little holiday gift giving idea. Who doesn't like a good food snack? 818-259-7983. I was hoping that would push the phone call to you. Call me. What's on your mind? Getting through the holidays. Time is going. We're almost out of time. But I still would like to hear from you. Because I do know. I wouldn't, it's like sometimes I question, I go, why should I bother? And then I don't do these type of shows. And then people are going like, what happened to your call-in shows? 818-259-7983. Getting through the holidays. Holiday story. Something's going on. You're having trouble. Not even the holidays. Just life trouble. And now it's the holidays on top of that, not making you feel so good. What's going on in your head? Please. Still thinking about that guy. I'm pretty sure he was probably really smooth. You cannot screw this name up, and you cannot. I'll listen to it later, and we'll figure out what he's talking about. Bill. But I appreciated Bill calling. Bill dialed. Be like Bill. Call 818-259-7983. Can't imagine. Who ever heard of a small little goldfish living 20 years? Koi fish, but not a goldfish. I was getting ready to dial up my daughter because we went through this. I think every child gets a goldfish or three. You know, who hasn't had the story about a goldfish dying, and then you run to the store, pet store, to go get another one and put them in there so the child doesn't know that the goldfish died. My daughter was heartbroken when her goldfish died, and she had that goldfish. Well, she even had, what was that goldfish's name? She had him for quite a while. But I'll be damned if I know a goldfish living 20 years. I guess I'll have to look that up over the holiday season break. Except I'm not taking a break. Because we're going to be here Christmas night. Christmas night, we're going to be here. 818-259-7983. I'm going to close the phones in just a couple of minutes. I just thought I'd get one good phone call. And again, I know a lot of people are busy too. People are out shopping, running around. It's the last week before Christmas. So many of you will be watching this show after it's not live. Live is live, though. Every Wednesday, like clockwork, right here, unless we're on break, which won't be until January or February. And we're live. And live means live. It's no pre-record live and then release it 3 hours later. It's right now, right here. Everything happening in real time, good or bad. And God, we've had our share of messed up as well. But one way or another, we keep on going. It's all good. Learn a lot from these things. Oh, look, this is it. At an hour, 1 minute, and 25 seconds, I get my first. Jonathan Carpenter, good to see you. I'm in Indiana, and I appreciate you. Let's see, who is this? Look, this is John Carpenter saying, good to see you. I'm in Indiana, and I appreciate you. Well, thank you. I appreciate you appreciating me. What the world needs now is more appreciation for everybody. And love, sweet love. Because life is short. But thank you, Jonathan. Tonight, I don't know how long you've been watching for, but we're pulling teeth trying to get people to call and talk about the holidays, getting through the holidays, which I was hoping somebody would come and share a story about the good, the bad, the ugly, all the above. Next week, I am going to sit right here on Christmas night and just sit here and hope somebody calls in, wanting somebody to call in. We'll talk about how your Christmas was. You've made it. You made it to Christmas Day. Now we just got to get through the following week till you get to the new year and then get the ball running again. A lot of things are going to change next year for the better. You, me, everybody, for the better, right? Positive. All right. Before I leave you guys, I say this a lot. I'm going to take it down because we're going to, I know a lot of people are busy and it's the holidays and people are rushing around. And I know even within my own circle, like, I'm hearing about the scheduling and I got a million things to do in one day and tomorrow, and I can't do this Friday, and then it's the weekend, and I totally get it. But I always say that I tell people, you're not alone. You're not alone. And that's the God's honest truth. You are not alone. I mean, everybody thinks, why me? And I found something I want to play for you from, I don't know if has anybody ever heard of this guy named Daryl? It's Daryl Anka, and he claims to be a channel for an alien species. And he named himself Bashar. And I've been watching this guy for years. And if he's scamming people, he's fast on his feet and he's damn good. But I like him. And I caught this one little clip talking about you're not alone. And I thought I would share it with you guys. So check it out, and we'll talk about it later. But here, check this out. You're not alone. I've said that for years, and I'll stick to it. And right here, Daryl Anka, a.k.a. Channel Through Bashar, is telling you the same exact thing. Here you go.
You are never, ever, 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 ever actually, truly alone. You cannot be, because you are connected to everything. You are everything, expressing itself as everything, expressing itself as every aspect of itself. And thus you are all the reflections, and they are you. You are never alone. You have help, you have guides, you have friends, you have family on many different levels, and connections more than you can imagine from this perspective. You can always create the experience of solitude, and that solitude will always be respected to give you the space you need to function as the individual that you are. But you are never, ever, ever alone. And the second that anyone knows that assistance is required, assistance is always given. You are constantly, in fact, being bombarded with all the assistance we, your guides, and many other beings and source can possibly give. If you feel that the assistance isn't there, it's not because it's not being given, it's because you are blocking the reception by negative beliefs and buying into them. So as soon as you let go, you will suddenly realize, and in fact almost be blinded with the assistance that is always flowing your way without let up of any kind. So tap into that river and let it flow through you, because it's always coming. It cannot stop.
Basically, life is what you make it. Bashar, look it up. Like, again, some people may say, he's full of crap. I don't know. If anything, I like the direction that they give. I always open my mind up enough to believe that there's things going on way beyond you or me. Way beyond. And, open your mind, no matter how hard you're having it. And again, that video, that piece, that clip that you just saw, if it didn't ring a bell or you kind of are getting it, watch it again. And then watch it again until you understand every aspect of what he's saying. Because it's kind of the truth. Again, I'm no different. I'm banging my head against the wall too at times. But I just try to keep that belief. And we slip. You slip. Because life is full of distractions and the why me, and you think you're doing real well. I mean, I always have a goal. I have directions and things like that, but it's really hard. It's really hard. You kind of get set in your ways. You think that it's a good way. You don't know. Don't listen to your inner gut. How many times have you done something and go, God, I wish I would have, because in the beginning you thought something else, but you didn't. You went past that. And your inner gut told you something first, but you weren't listening to it. I'm truly trying to get better at that. But it happens. It happens. So take that, watch it again, and watch it again. But if you want to see more Bashar, you just type in Bashar on TikTok, YouTube. Guy's been around for a long time. And I just like it. I think it's just good direction to open your mind that there's a lot going on way beyond what our brains are doing. And that's just my little tip or point of direction for you, in case you're interested. If you're not, you're not. I get it. Everybody comes around at different times, and some people never come around. It's just the way it is. But speaking of coming around, it's about that time. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and for those who will be tuning in the future because they couldn't catch it live, it's okay, so long as you tune in. Reminding you, next week, Wednesday, December 25th, is Christmas Day night Peter G show. And I have made up my mind, and I am going to show up, and I am going to do the show. even though it's Christmas night, Christmas Day, which it will occupy my whole day. But that's okay. It doesn't happen all the time, and I want to do it because I think, at least I hope, that a lot of you are going to be laying around and go, hey, Peter's on. Peter's on, man. Check Peter out. And we're just going to sit around. Nothing fancy. Don't even have no content prepared. Don't even think I'm going to, although I always say that. Turn the phone on, hoping that maybe we'll get some better communication back and forth. Somebody will call like Bill did, but he wanted to know about his goldfish. Sure he did. I think Bill was still playing me. Because I know that I've been played before. But maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, I'll be here next Wednesday, Christmas evening, Christmas Day evening, if that makes any sense. December 25th, right here on Life with Peter G, The Peter G Show, like clockwork, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. on the East Coast. God willing, I will be here. Christmas. I will be here. Don't forget, please subscribe, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and follow on these X and Instagram. I can't get arrested on that. And I know you're watching because the numbers say one thing, but the followers are just pathetic. How hard is it to just hit follow? You're watching anyway. Come on, do me a solid for the new year. Let's get this thing going. What the hell? It wouldn't bother me if I didn't know that people were watching. I need the Instagram and the X. It's just like I exist over there. I know people read the stuff, and I'm guilty of it too. Especially I haven't followed the Barstool Sports guy when he does his pizza reviews. I don't know why. I watch him all the time, but I don't follow him. But he's on my feed, so I don't think to follow him. And I'm going, well, that guy's got a gazillion followers. He don't need me. Everyone counts. If everybody thought the same way, then they'd have nothing. So I'm guilty of it too, but I'm changing that around too. I'm going to start following all the people that I watch and admire as well. Again, please. All right. And I guess that's it, right? I want to thank you for watching. Again, life is short. It's a hustle. It's the holidays right now. People are really freaking out. There's a lot of people in bad spaces in their heads. There really are. There's a lot of people around you in bad spaces. I know you may not be able to do something to help everybody, but like Pastor Ray from Baltimore's own homeless whisperer who takes care of a lot of the homeless over there and everything, he says you can't help them all, but if you could help one, that's one. If you could, so the same thing goes for you. I'm not saying if only for the homeless or this and that, but if you could do one thing to help somebody, whether it's give them a shoulder to lean on, listen to them, say, hey, I don't have a lot. I can't do a lot, but you can talk to me. It's what I do right here. I try to do it for the masses. Tonight, the only thing we had was Bill with a dying goldfish. And I could not save that goldfish. I think he was already 2 sheets in the wind. I think he called me too late. But I digress. You get my point. Anything you can do that's for the positive to try to help another human being is more than doing nothing. Even when you don't have much to give, you can give your time. You can lend an ear. That's all I'm saying. Be kind, okay? You don't know what other people are going through. You don't have to take a bunch of crap from people, but you don't have to, be an ass either, all right? Life is short. It really is. It's hard day by day. I've been saying this since day one on my show. Be kind, all right? Life is tough. That's it. I want to thank everybody for watching. I will see you next week, Christmas Day night. I hope you're going to be here Wednesday, December 25th, Christmas Day night, right here. I'm going to show up and do a Christmas evening show. Just me and you and a few of our closest friends. Just hang out and talk about whatever you want to talk about. Okay, phones will be open. Might have a few things lined up, but I'll be right here. All right. I look forward to seeing you. Merry Christmas. If I don't see you, happy holidays, whatever you want. We still say Merry Christmas here. That's the way it is. And I love you. I do. So peace out. See you next week.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad, Peter G Show.